Well, I got something on my mind that I want to talk about. This just come to my attention the other day when I was looking around, and I saw that we're at Phil Steele, who he does a publication. He does college football every single year. He has a magazine, and he breaks down teams. And I will say he's actually pretty good at what he does, but he's wrong a lot too. Which, I mean, it's really hard to bat 100% when you're trying to project good college football teams. He had Oklahoma last year. He had them pretty highly rated. They were a 500 team. He had some other teams. He had like Michigan in the top 15 last year. Michigan won 6 or 7 games. So there was a lot of teams he missed on in projections just in 2024. He missed on Tennessee last year in his projections. Tennessee was better than he projected. But, man, he is way off on Tennessee in 2025. Now, I've already done my season preview and prediction for the Tennessee Vols. I think they're about an 8-win team. They're not a playoff team, in my opinion. That can change. But I definitely don't think they're like a 6-win team. Phil Steele has Tennessee as the 44th overall team in his rankings before the season starts. And I disagree with that. That's way too low. He's got teams like Toledo, Nebraska, North Carolina, just a lot of teams that are not really that good ahead of Tennessee. He's got Ole Miss outside the top 25, which I disagree with. And I think the reason that he's so down on Tennessee, well, he even says it, he says that the quarterback situation, which I get it. The quarterback situation is not great, but Tennessee last year went to the playoffs with a non-existent quarterback, basically. If you look in the Arkansas, Oklahoma, even the Florida game last year, we basically won in spite of our quarterback. Nico was not a good quarterback. So we won 10 games in the regular season without a good quarterback. Now, do I think Joey Aguilar, who I think most people think is going to be the starting quarterback, do I think he's Arch Manning? No. But I think he's going to be decent. Everybody keeps harping on Joey Aguilar and the interceptions that he threw at Appalachian State. Well, he threw those interceptions because he was getting beat badly by better football teams at a bad school. So they were always playing from behind, and he was taking chances. A couple reasons that's not going to happen this year. One, Tennessee plays in an offense that eliminates a lot of those interceptions with the spacing. They're not throwing in the tight holes that he was throwing at Appy State. And he is going to be able to, we're going to run the football more. We're going to be up in games more. Joey Aguilar is not going to, in my opinion, have a big interception issue this year. I think he'll be just fine. Now, will he be great? I have no idea. But I think Joey Aguilar, will be fine in this offense. So I really think he's underestimating our offense with our quarterback. Now, our offensive line, we're losing every starter but one. But we went out here and got some really key pieces with some guys that have played before. We got 3 running backs coming back. One from Duke, and we got 2 guys from last year. We are losing Dylan Sampson, but I really think our running game is going to be okay. Wide receiver depth is an issue, but we got 3 really good playmakers. Tennessee is going to ride a really good defense. I think Tennessee this year is going to have a top 10 defense. And offensively, we're going to be at least at best mediocre at first. But I think this offense, as the year goes on, is going to get better. I think, the more I think about it, I think Tennessee's at least an 8-win team, possibly a 9-win team. But to think they're about a 6-win team is just foolish, in my opinion. And you've not done your research, and you don't know Tennessee very well. I think that is great bulletin board material that Heupel needs to put up. 44th? Now, he had Tennessee tied for 7th in the SEC. There's a lot of good teams in the SEC. He had Georgia, Texas. He had Oklahoma, Alabama, A&M. So, I can't really argue with that. I think he had us tied with Ole Miss. I think us and Ole Miss are about the same. But in my opinion, Phil Steele should have had us 20 to 25th in his rankings. And here's the thing, too. Tennessee's schedule is not that bad. Tennessee's going to play Mississippi State, Kentucky, a lot of Vanderbilt. There's 3 wins right there, in my opinion, that Tennessee's going to have. Now, can they split a game between Georgia and Oklahoma? If they do that, then they could be a 9-win team. I think they lose to Alabama. I think that they losing maybe in the swamp. But I think Tennessee is at a minimum an 8-win team right now. The more I think about it and the more I look at this team. Defensively, defensive line, linebackers, that front seven is going to be solid. Secondary is probably the best unit on the whole team with Jermod McCoy, Ricky Gibson, Hood from Colorado coming over. So defensively, we're set. This team is going to be a good team. I don't think they're a playoff team, but I do think they're a good, solid team, and I think Phil Steele is massively underestimating Tennessee. I would have Tennessee in this ranking probably around 21-20, and he's got them 44th. And Phil Steele, you're way off at having Tennessee at 45th or 44th. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll talk to y'all later.